This is one of the key India openers in the game, and he plays by one of the ground staff out there who's sitting watching us at the moment. No prospect of rain. There is.
As Davis is in. This is tucked off the hip, one at square leg, and that races away to the work of but a moment. Leg side. It wasn't a come back with a decent delivery.
In goes Bumrah and bowls full on off stump for no chance for Pujara, though he did dive away to his by Rowett.
Quite recently, as this is flicked wicket. It was a full half volley from Davis on, and by the time the fielder at for Shubman Gill, Davis come back with having been hit by
goes Bumrah and bowls thick outside edge. Or I think it's going to go down the slope all the way. It went remotely a chance to third slip. Little reach a boundary here at the Upton Steel County. Is in and bowls and driven. He stuck out a left foot, but it was no more follow through, but just leant into it, got his weight past the bowler out.
A weight from Shubman Gill, and they might be in business here. The keeper Davis, Gill just not quite sure whether to. Will Davis has dismissed Shubman Gill, who looked very good. 35 for 1. Good ball.
Yep, a little bit of precision, but.
Short and pulled off the top. Mid-wicket it is. Mid-wicket boundary, but made up the ground comfortably. From the other end of Prasidh Krishna, Roman Walker getting Rohit Sharma caught by Abhidina Sakande, back into the right length on this wicket, and that is out. Hanuman caught at first slip by Bates. 2.1 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 1. He's dismissed.
Comes and bowls to Iyer, who drives and misses, and is it taken? It is. And Krishna has a deserved wicket to his left. Might even have been an inside edge relatively early in his innings, just the 10th end against Walker, but was drawn into drop. Bat was away from the bounce. You say sort of good bit of genuine edge from Jadeja. And bowls to Kohli, who's driving pleasant bat along the ground all the way behind point down to wide, just inside out.
Profitable with Sakande as Walker's in, and that's beautifully driven. The most authoritative shot for a good hour. Stumps at the non-striker's end for 4.
And Walker
covers as Walker's in, strikes Jadeja on the kept low from back of a length. It's come in line and was hitting the stumps. Not a particularly 13 off 12, so Roman Walker is having as many balls.
Look at the replay. He stands still. In goes Bumrah, bowls very wide outside off stump. The unfortunate his right would have had to fling himself even.
Bumrah's pace in greyish light.
Up goes in and bowls, edges no, but beats the 74,000, I beg your pardon. Cut hard pass by Kohli. He picks up 4. He went at that. He went at that with a
significantly. This is driven by Bharat. It's the pick of the bowlers thus far. That's driven beautifully. That's a little bit too drive, and the Indian crowd comes to life as Virat Kohli. Either he's in to Kohli, who leaves this through to the keeper. There is no groups in from different schools. This is a bouncer down the leg side. Bates behind the stumps had no chance, and that's been signalled wide.
Bumrah is in, bowls outside off stump. Again, it comes back in, and Bates is down to fine leg for 4. Skips and then runs in and bowls for looking for the
two Leicestershire bowlers who have. Other Leicestershire bowlers who have featured. Sakande is in. Kohli has a drive, doesn't really move his feet on that. The umpire is unmoved, and
to consult.
Have a chat with the square leg umpire. Ball. That's fallen on the toe.
In then goes Krishna and bowls to as in goes Krishna and bowls, and it's short delivery, and it's all the time in the world for 6 maximum.
That's not a shot.
Virat Kohli, he's moved on to 32 off 650 partnership for India's 6th wicket. Work to do to look respectable, so to speak, but 133 for 5 is rather. Krishna is in down the leg side, flicks the pad, ices something on it, Bharat, as he looked to turn it down the leg side, and did.
The other way round, when he tries to bowl that much faster, he feels like he loses control, but he's... oh, that's a big waft from Virat Kohli, aiming a drive
Down the ground and
I have to say, it was slightly blocked off by the batter from this end. Roman Walker can add Virat Kohli to... on and eventually the finger went line. I don't think he did, I have to say, judging by...
In goes Krishna, bowls short and wide outside off stump, for it, Thakur, but he's going to pick up 4.
Dry practice wickets will help. If you've watched a lot of cricket at the Oval, you'll know.
There's Krishna and bowls very straight, driven classically straight back past Bharat down to the long off boundary.
Little Thakur is, and he's
bowled him.
Just have not got the bat out of the way in time and dragged it down onto the... Wasn't it? Came back in sharply. There was no second line of defence, and off comes...
Top of it, in goes... Oh, down the leg side, that one. Disappointment. He did try to whip it away, KS Barrett. Didn't get anything on it, and it sort of... There was movement there from Krishna.
So, Umesh faces up to Walker, does give him the big drive and thump for into those green seats at the Bennett end. 4 runs to Umesh.
Okay.
That last ball of the over, getting some advice from the crowd. Size it got past the infield. There was no way anyone was getting near that. 162.
The crease and bowls, tosses it up. His slog swept over mid
boundary by a fair distance. That's gone into the... Okay, there's only 5.
Bowley is in. Barrett's going to reverse sweep him from... Does. Quickly changed hands. With a good delivery, Derbyshire, in he goes and bowls on towards middle and leg, and Barrett of timing down the slope it goes towards the members' seats. 3 now from 80 so far. Hasn't always looked comfortable out there.
Over to KS Bharat, who flays this through. It's a short boundary and he gave it a thump, and it's...
And bowls, big smack over mid-on from Yadav. It back over mid-on to the long...
Big strong guy, Umesh Yadav. That was, good wicket keeper. This is punched off the back foot square. 50 exactly off 93 balls, 6 for to his milestone. Well played.
For the Yorker, overdoes it outside off stump. It's driven away. His left, in fact... At mid-off, can't pass him and runs out to the wide, long off-bound. Davis is in, huge mo, should be caught deep mid-wicket. Yadav has been trying to get hold of that.
Yeah, lots of it at the start of the game.
Exactly. Davis is, he swung over and leaps over the green barrier, picks up the ball. Davis is in again to Shami, who is towards third man 4-4.
Along with Prasidh Krishna. This is outside off stump. Better batter. Just bent the back knee and carved it away past. Longer, says the umpire. And on come the covers, towed.